Howdy, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments Podcast, where I give you my real life stories and their healing translations. So let's just get straight into it. I was having a discussion earlier today about some very difficult decisions that I've made along this journey. Now, when I say difficult, I mean difficult, to the point where I was on hands and knees in tears. I was praying to the heavens for guidance and support and strength. I was trying to make sure that I was making the right choices, not only for myself, but for my generations to come. And once I made those decisions, I realized I had to stick by them, obviously. Now, the reason I'm talking about the past decisions is because obviously any decision that we make will impact our today and our tomorrow. So today, it just so happened to resurface. People have been resurfacing, and it has brought about different questions. And those questions have made me wonder, maybe I did make the wrong decision. Maybe I was seeing things all wrong. Maybe I'm the guilty party in all this. And not to say that there is a guilty party, but maybe I'm the villain, right? And again, not to say that there is a villain, but our programming says that there has to be good and bad. There has to be a superhero and a villain, right? So this program is very difficult to erase. So anyway, back to the subject. I was questioned on it. And the way I was questioned about it made me just kind of get into my head. And so much so that I went and consulted with someone else. And they basically reassured me, no, you are absolutely correct. And you want to know the craziest thing about this, or should I say the most spirit thing about this, is that I find that the closer we are to a situation, the more difficult it is to get a true assessment. So just like with the doctor, you're not supposed to work on your own family members, right? Because you're too close to them. So your judgment is going to be skewed. And in this situation, I realized the interesting thing is anyone that is even 2 steps beyond the circumstance in which I reside are able to have such a clear view and able to see the actual abuse that transpired. Whereas just like as a Stockholm syndrome, basically, survivor, when you're in it, it doesn't seem that bad, It's not that bad. I made it. I survived. Look at who I am today. But what I have to remind myself is that it's not because of the circumstances. Oftentimes it's in spite of the circumstances. And when I'm questioned on it, it's just another means of gaslighting. Oh, if I was that bad, then why X, Y, Z, right? And if it was that terrible, then why didn't you X, Y, Z, right? Well, that sounds like victim abuser mentality. And again, in this circumstance, I'm not saying, and I don't mean to implicate that there is a victim or an abuser, but maybe that's just part of my programming as well. Wishing away these harsh labels that feel uncomfortable, because in the back of my mind, I still want to see love and light. I still want to see the positive sides of things. I still want to see the hope in every single circumstance, regardless of how dark it is. I'm rambling. So the bottom line is this. You're going to have to make some very hard decisions, and you've probably already made some. If not, you will in the future. Don't question yourself. Don't second guess yourself. Understand and know that when you've made that decision, it was the best for you in that moment. Now, as time progresses, will you change your stance? Will you change your viewpoint? Possibly. And then in that moment, you will do the best truth for yourself. But you can't harp on and you can't beat yourself up over things that have already been done and transpired. The only thing that you can do is stand on the present moment and move forward with whatever knowledge that you have achieved. So stop allowing the gaslighting of the past to gaslight you in the present. Keep going. It's not easy, but it is possible. You've got this.